There's a place above the Arctic Circle where the sea once gave everything, fish a way of life, identity, and then began taking it back. Would you stay if your home was melting away? Would you watch your ancestors' stories erased? This is Kobuk, Alaska. Once a thriving Inupiat community perched on the edge of sea ice and wind-bitten shores. Not many maps mark it now and fewer voices remain, but its legacy still echoes in frozen cabins, empty nets, and elders' memories. For centuries, the people of Kobuk lived in rhythm with ice and tide. They taught their children to read the sky for storms, to hunt seals when the ice opened, and to keep warm through the unforgiving winter night. Their songs, games, languages were rooted in that land. They were isolated, yes, but weathered, holding on. Then the changes began. Warmer winters, thinner ice, fish migrating, hunters returning with smaller hauls. The seasons that always were started slipping. The sea, once a mother, turned fickle. By the 1990s, storms battered the coast more fiercely. Waves that used to break harmlessly now bit into frozen ground, eroding shorelines and collapsing cabin foundations. Sea ice, once your road to food and travel, gapped and cracked unpredictably. The hunters grew less sure of returning safely. Families met in small gatherings in the old chapel, whispers of, "What do we leave behind?" passing in the cold. Elders said, "We are the watchmen of stories nobody remembers." Children asked, "Why does the water come so close now?" Some tried to adapt. They built raised houses, moved community stores higher, changed hunting routes. But isolation meant supplies came late, help was distant, and traditions were costly under these new burdens. Kobuk finally began to disappear. Younger people left for towns far away. Elders stayed with memories, poring over photographs, coal lamps, family letters. The nets lay unused, smoke from cabins dimmed. One elder, Mary Nuluk, said while holding a faded photo of her father standing on ice seal hunting, "When I was a child, I could walk on ice to the horizon. Now I fear the ice will break before I return home." Today, Kobuk is mostly empty. A few houses still stand, though their windows frost-cracked, paint peeled away. The chapel roof sags. The wind carries the sound of empty drums and crying gulls. The sea laps at porches that once held laughter. Yet, in those who remain, there is resistance. They gather to share stories. They guard those old songs. They hold the memory of names, the fishermen, the seal hunters, the storytellers. Because in memory lies power. Because if the world forgets Kobuk, it loses more than place. It loses language, culture, identity. Would you help preserve this fading world? Share this story, tell Kobuk's name, support Arctic protection efforts. If you care about history, about people, and about the Earth, your voice matters.